backup, main recording, all is well. Here comes 3, 2, 1.
Jupiter, nearly 500 million miles from the sun, is the largest of the planets, larger than 1,300 Earths. It outweighs all the other planets, moons, and debris in the solar system combined.
That is your job in Germany.
The morning stream. The morning stream.
The morning stream. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
The morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is Monday, February 8th. Yeah, 2021. I hate that.
You gotta love,
Every
love
year-
the pronunciation of that month, right?
Every year we get to talk about it
Yeah.
because it just sucks. It sucks. What are we doing?
Listen, until they fix it, we're gonna keep talking about it, and dang it, that's the way it goes.
It's just annoying. Come up with a better. It's not that hard. There's only 12. Just do like I don't know, another Tober. Give us another Tober.
Give us another Tober,
Yeah,
like Dostober
Tober. Done. Done.
or
See?
Dotober, right? Because it would be the second month.
Yeah,
You gotta-
Tober. Yes. And Brian just did it in less than 13 seconds. But mankind can't figure out a better thing than whatever. They're not going to change
Yeah.
it. They're not changing it.
Mankind, you can put a man on the moon, but you can't give us a month we can pronounce.
Yeah, you'll get Americans doing kilometers before you get us doing
Yeah, for sure.
a new month name. Anyway, hey, welcome to the show. We're back. It's been a weekend, and we're here. We're gonna make it clear that we're here. Okay, that's what's happening.
I hear it's been a weekend, Scott. I saw your tweets yesterday. I see your note in the post, your show note post today.
Oh yeah, very busy, crazy time. So I spent most of the Super Bowl talking to my mom, trying to figure out how to get her home. I mentioned a little bit of this pre-show, and by the way, we put a bunch of pre-show stuff in our Patreon feed now. So.
Yeah,
Good time to jump onto that. But anyways, she's ready to go home, which is great. Got her stitches out. Doctors give her, she's doing good. Send her home. They're going to have 3-day-a-week physical therapy people come out there, and all the plans are good. All good on that front. Downside is John, her husband, threw his back out. He's 87. You don't just throw your back out at 87 and go brush it off.
right, exactly. I'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be all right. So he's stuck, barely able to move, can kind of get around with a walker in the house, but can't drive, can't really do much. We're bringing home to him an 82-year-old woman who just had surgery in her brain and is, experiencing some of the side effects of that, but doing well overall. But you kind of need someone capable to be able to whatever. So anyway,
Right.
he can't
You
pick her up.
Yeah,
And-
you don't want to get her in the house and then say, "All right, you two, good luck with all this.
Yeah.
Bye."
Good, yeah, everything you have to do. Bye. Let us know how it goes. See you at Christmas. It doesn't work that way. So she's anyway, long and short of it is everybody who was originally going to be her pick up and take home, which was all discussed previous to this, so that we all knew what was going on and everybody wanted to help but wanted to know what their role was. It was all decided. And then it got undecided somehow. I don't know how, but one person and another person were like, I can't, this and that. And so last night I'm like, well, all right, well, we'll do it, but we need to know what time. And so there was worry that it was too early and we'd mess up TMS, but that didn't happen. So it's after TMS. But now we don't know how long the checkout's actually going to take. So we got to go down there and we're going to drive. And she doesn't live, like me, I'm 20 minutes from this hospital. She's an hour and a half from this hospital. So we got to go 20 minutes down there and then all the way back and then an hour and a half or an hour or whatever it is to where she lives on the outskirts of Orem, and then take her home. And then once we get there, I don't know what happens there because John's on a walker and barely moving.
Right.
I don't know. So we don't know what's going on today. It's good stuff. Anyway, as a result, Brian, I hardly saw the frickin' Super Bowl except for, I guess I saw the parts of the last half, all of the fourth quarter. You know, the real exciting time when it was clear that the Buccaneers were just going to cream them.
Exactly. Yeah, it was. Boy, you and the Chiefs both missed the game.
Yeah, it was that was pretty ugly. But what did you think? You were probably having more fun than me. Did you have a good time?
We were having more fun. My aunt and uncle came up. Aunt Barb
Oh, Aunt Barb.
Healthcare worker Barb,
Mm-hmm.
and my Uncle George. We just said, let's play it safe. We went out for Tina's birthday. Tina and I went up to Boulder and stayed in a swanky hotel for the night.
Yep.
So let's just keep our masks on the whole time, except when we're eating. And when we're eating, let's be far apart from one another.
Sure.
And so it's pretty much what we did. We watched the game. We paid more attention probably to commercials than the game itself at times. And I cooked a feast, a veritable feast, Scott.
Whoa. You
Yeah,
did. You cooked it.
So I made, what's that?
You cooked it? You were the guy in the kitchen?
Yeah,
there?
I was the guy.
Mm.
So I made a pico de gallo for chips, easy peasy. Lime squeezy.
Yeah, no lemon in there. Don't put any lemon in that.
No lemons.
Yeah.
I made a cake for Tina, Victorian sponge. Threw a photo of that up on Twitter, and it like I've made a few Victorian sponges. I've tried to make a few of the British Bake Off.
Mhm.
Amazingly and thankfully, this one for Tina's birthday cake was the best thing I'd ever made.
Oh,
Based
look at
on
that.
a,
Wow. I'm
yeah.
looking at it now. This is gorgeous.
It came out perfectly. Golden brown, no soggy bottom, not dry, and also not undercooked. She wanted something cherry, so I did a cherry filling in the middle, and then made a buttercream with whatchamacallit, grenadine, which I know isn't cherry. It's a pomegranate.
Yeah.
But added a nice little pink and some flavor, some cherry flavor to the buttercream. And then because I wanted to experiment a little bit, I made a pizza, but I based it on my favorite burger, which is the bonsai burger at Red Robin.
Oh,
so
with it's got the pineapple on there.
The pineapple teriyaki. So instead of beef, I used turkey, ground turkey.
Yeah.
Used a teriyaki base instead of a tomato sauce based. Chopped up onions, chopped up tomatoes, put pineapple and teriyaki sauce again on top, and then a cheddar cheese instead of a mozzarella. And it didn't taste like the bonsai burger, but it tasted great. It came out really, really good, and we were all like, all right, doesn't taste like the bonsai, but it's awesome.
Wow, look at you, freaking gourmet chef Ibbot over there with the
That's right.
the stuff. What would Mary
Made some
Berry
chicken
have
wings
said?
too in the air fryer.
What would the Mary Berry say? She saw your cake?
She'd say, "Oh, that's a cracking good cake."
Oh wow, that's high praise.
That's what she'd say.
Would you
I wouldn't get a Paul Hollywood. He'd keep his hands in his pockets. I wouldn't get a handshake, but
he gives some people the French handshake, if you know what I mean. Have you ever heard of that? Okay.
That's where you do the handshake, but you take this middle finger and go on the inside of the palm, right?
I mean, the one I heard of was much worse, but I like yours better. Put it that way. But
so anyway, we ate well, and had chicken wings as well. We got a bag of chicken wings. They were big, so I had to adjust the air fryer to be lower. Otherwise, these things would have been right up on the grill unit.
Sure, the grill unit.
Those came out really good as well. So had a really good time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, you went full. I don't know, proper cookman unit deal.
Proper cookman. For 4 people, I probably made a little too much food, but that's fine. We've got leftovers. I've got 2 slices of pizza for lunch for myself, 2 for Tina, a little bit of cake for dessert tonight. I mean, it's we still have meals left for the week, but no, we had a really good time, and it was good to be with some other people for a Super Bowl thing, even though again we were being socially distant, masks on all the time. We were constantly reminded that there was a pandemic going on, but
the commercials didn't want to not let you know that. Actually, this brings. I have a beef. Ready for my beef?
Yeah, let's hear your beef.
Do I have I need a clip for when I have a beef. Let's see. How about this? Let's do this one. Well, that drive's taking forever to spin up, so maybe it won't happen. Well, anyway.
Maybe not that
clip. But so I do have a bit. Oh, no, it worked. All right, here we go. Beef meat. Okay, I have a beef.
Okay.
I didn't know that was me. Actually, you know what's better?
I smell like beef.
There you go.
There,
Smell
that's
like
the
beef
perfect
kid.
one. Nice. Okay, good.
So my beef is this. Like I said, only saw the last half roughly, and didn't see all the commercials, which is a part of this event every year.
Easily found these days on YouTube, the better ones.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can
track
find
that
all of
down.
them, but now you can just seek out the good ones.
I can go watch it if I'm inclined. I don't feel all that inclined, but to be honest, my big problem this year was I may be alone in this, so I guess come at me if you're at home and you hear this and you have a problem with it. But I don't believe the beer companies or anyone else when they run a 30-second montage of people wearing masks and working together and saying we're only stronger together and we need to do this together and we're all together in this. I don't believe them. I think what they're actually doing is what they always do, which is try to sell more beer.
Well, sure. I mean, that's the
point.
It can be both, right? I mean,
Can it be though?
Sure, it totally can.
I don't know if it can be.
You can say, hey, we've got 30 minutes to get in your face so you don't forget Budweiser.
Yeah.
But also while we're here, we're thankful for you guys still buying beer while you're in quarantine and all of our people here are wearing masks and we'll get through this so you can buy more beer.
Is that what they're saying? I feel like they're saying.
So now
Look at
I'm
us.
with you on
We're
this one,
really-
but I can't disparage the Bruce Springsteen Jeep commercial because I feel like that one was the way you should do it.
Well, it may be what. Okay, I did see that one, and I didn't mind that one as much because I felt like he probably meant a lot of what he was saying.
Yeah, and he doesn't care if you buy a Jeep or not.
Well,
Bruce
right,
doesn't.
but I assume he got paid massive amounts of money from Jeep.
I'm sure he did get paid. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my only thing is none of it is. They want you to have it feel like it's all
None
very.
of it is altruistic.
No,
Absolutely,
they
none of
want
it
you
is
to feel
100%
like it
altruistic.
is. They want you to feel like it is, but it's not. It never is. And so I always feel like I'm getting yanked. Just a little bit of Yankee yank. I've been around long enough where, as a kid, on Saturday mornings, I'd watch cartoons for G.I. Joe stuff or whatever, and I would be told that these are the greatest toys you can ever have in your life ever. And it's not, it just simply isn't true. And so once you get past that, then you start to see it with more realistic eyes. And the older I get, the more cynical I get about it, because I too am all about this idea that, hey, band together. People are better together as a group than we are individually. Let's quit being selfish and work together, cross the aisle, all that stuff. I'm into it.
Sure.
I'm into it. I just don't believe it when Michelob tells me that. Because Michelob is trying to sell beer. Now, if somebody secretly at Michelob said, guys, we're going to spend $30 million on an ad spot on a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl, but we're not going to put our name or logo or anything on it. We're just going to have it be a message that we really truly believe in from our cores, and we're going to put it out there, and it's just going to run, and no one's going to know who did it. It's just going to run, and there won't be everybody at home will be going, well, commercial was that? Who was that? I'm not even sure. It won't matter because we're doing this from our hearts. We don't care. This isn't about the money. This is about coming together. They're never going to do that, ever.
Well, now I thought there were some companies that said, we're not going to do the $1 million commercial this year. We're just going to donate our money to other causes.
Oh, did
Like,
they?
Pepsi did that, I think. They
Did
just
they?
said,
Okay.
yeah, they said
that
instead
stuff's
of
cool.
we're going to put our money where our mouth is and yeah, here we go. What'd they say? Let's see. I guess they did sponsor the whole weekend thing, which we'll talk about, I know.
Yeah.
Joe Guy Art says Budweiser did it too. So yeah, Budweiser Budweiser is one of the ones I used as an example, but apparently they also skipped doing a commercial this year and put their money towards whatever healthcare workers or something.
Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good. I just
here it
want
is.
one of them to do. I want
Ad
one
Council
of them.
and COVID Collaborative, a group of experts on health education and the economy.
Okay. See, that's great. That's admirable. Admirable is the word I mean. Plenty of people are going to buy your beer, so just do a big, nice, corporate-y thing that really, in the end of it, doesn't really going to hurt you anyway. It's just
No.
You got to have some charitable
And let
stuff.
those Clydesdales take a year off.
Yeah,
you
give
know,
them some time.
Let them have a nice year off. Now that said, there were a couple of commercials that I thought were pretty good. So if you didn't see them, these might be ones you'd want to seek out. I thought Flat Matthew McConaughey was creepy and weird, but well produced.
I'll look that one up. I saw the George Costanza shirt one.
The George Costanza shirt one was very well produced, and I really want to know if that was done without any CGI trickery, if they really made all of those George Costanza faces.
Oh, you mean if there's separate shirts exist for each face?
If there are, 25 different sweatshirts that have Jason Alexander making all of those expressions.
That
really
would be great.
That I'll buy whatever product that was for. Tide or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, I'll buy one of their products.
He's on whatever Wayne Knight's diet was, though, because he was in that car and he looked really thin. I'm like, whoa,
skinny.
George, the heck, dude.
The Will Ferrell Goes to Norway one was good. And I think my favorite might be, despite how cringy some of the singing was, the It Wasn't Me, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis commercial.
Oh, I missed that too.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll go.
Here's the thing that bothered me. I mean, I like that commercial. I think Ashton Kutcher shouldn't sing, period, flat out. And I also am kind of disillusioned now that I've heard Shaggy speak that he doesn't just talk like this, man. I think I'm really bummed. It's like, why he doesn't have any accent at all? What's the deal?
Wait a minute. This happened? When did he talk? Is this another
He talked
commercial?
at the end of the, it's a Doritos commercial or Cheetos commercial.
And he doesn't have an accent?
Didn't seem to. He only said one line. So that's the first time that's ever worked or something like that. And there's no accent. There was no accent there. And
You're blowing my mind here. I didn't know
I know.
that. I don't like that at all. See that once again, everything I thought was real is a lie because it's all on TV.
Yes.
TV's a lie.
It's all fake.
Yep. Well, anyway.
The weekend, I was looking forward to and kind of bummed that the sound quality was so janky. It was like
it was pretty bad.
They had his vocals mixed way too low compared to crowd noise and even his own musical arrangement.
You could tell he couldn't hear. Normally you have some way of monitor. Like either it's in your ear or something, and you could tell he wasn't getting it exactly right because he was a little off key, and he's not a guy that sings off key normally. So
no,
that was throwing me a little bit. It was fine, whatever.
It was fine. Yeah,
he
I still like his music, still like him, but that was a kind of a disappointing.
I only saw I saw a chunk of it because I didn't pay too much attention to it, but they didn't have Daft Punk come out and do anything with him, did they?
No special guests at all. Just
That's
a bunch of dudes wearing jock straps running around on the field.
Yeah, with the Court of Owls heads on. They all look like they were going to get Batman.
Yeah, I made a tweet that is like, this is for some reason reminding me of Pink Floyd The Wall, and I can't put my finger on exactly why. But it's reminding me of the movie. Maybe it's the bandaged faces from when Pink was in the war, or the kids singing "We Don't Need No Education" with their weird dead-eyed potato faces.
Yeah, that might be it.
Some combination of all those.
I haven't seen that in so long. It's probably sackable, right? As just an experiment.
I think so.
We should watch that. Why not?
Yeah.
Anyway, the weekend. He did make a new meme that took the world by storm by looking all confused in his weird Vegas hallway looking thing.
Oh yeah, the backstage.
Yeah, so now everybody's
I can't find my way out of this hall. Give me directions.
But people are like, I saw my favorite one was like they'll show a GIF of it, and he says, "Me trying to make sense of 35 layers in an old PSD file I need to convert for somebody," or something like that. And he's just looking all confused, like trying to find everything. So that's the meme that'll keep on giving for about a week. Looking forward to that.
That's great.
Anyway, I'm jealous of your food and of your altruistic look at the advertising world.
Well, I mean, it's less cynical. I mean, I accept it for what it is. I mean, they're still there to sell stuff, but I feel like it's not 100% disingenuous.
Yeah, I think it's probably
75%.
Okay, yes, we can give it a percentage.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at your cake.
I like
again.
I like my percentages, Scott.
You do.
Can we bring in 100% Brian Dunaway though?
We can bring in 2/3 of him. I'm told. That's all we can have today. The other third is off solving crime. I don't know what he does with his other third. Let's find out. We'll add him to the show. In fact, I'm going to ask him if he could break himself into thirds. What would the third do while the other 2/3 are here doing the show with us? What would it do while it's out on its own? We'll find out shortly when he answers his damn phone.
Sounds good. Oh, the M&M's one was pretty good too.
Hey, what? Sorry, I missed that. Catch up.
The people apologizing with M&M's one was pretty good.
Oh, I missed that. I have to go. Apparently I missed most of the good ones because all I saw was like the Jeep one and a bunch of sad ones.
Yeah, he came in at the end, which is like, run that Bruce Springsteen one, I guess.
Yeah, it was all a little sad. Hey, Brian Dunaway, 2/3 of you anyway. How are you? How you doing?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. 2/3 of me.
Hi,
Yeah, so here's the question. We were just talking. If your superpower was that you could break into thirds, and
okay.
2/3 of you were here doing this with us, what would the other third be doing right now?
Okay, so you're saying that I would be full, but I would be in 3 parts. So there would be 3 of me. Would I also be shorter and smaller, or would I be like Multiplicity Man, where I'm all the same size? There's 3 of me.
There would be...
Is there any penalty
Mm-hmm.
for me having to thin myself to 3 bits?
You would have... Yeah, let's say that your head is part of whatever 2/3 is talking to us today, so your head cannot be part of that third guy.
The other two Brian Dunaways have no head.
Yeah, there's no head.
Okay.
And one of them's just like
All
a
right.
torso.
All right,
or
so now that
whatever.
I know the context, now give me the question again.
All right.
They're all going to be bumping into each other like they're duplicate weekends in the Vegas hallway.
Let's put it this way: if one of you was only a waist and 2 legs, what would it be doing right now?
Oh, right now, I'd be taking a walk in the park, freaking the dogs out.
All right. Okay. I like that. That's a good answer. That's a great answer. All right. Well, speaking of answers, we're going to generate a bunch of those today on today's Babble Royale. We'll get to all that in a second after we introduce our call-in guest. Hi. Thanks for holding. Who's this?
This is Casey, Van Dazzle RM in the chat room.
Nice. Casey, it's nice to have you here.
Welcome, Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy
A
Casey.
new voice.
Stacey?
A new voice in Babel Royale. I love it.
Sorry. Stacy
you.
or Casey?
Casey, like the KC Chiefs.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Casey.
Oh, like the
My sadly losing team.
Congratulations on your win last night. I haven't
well
watched the bowl yet.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
Right.
spoilers. Things didn't go well. Yeah, that was a bummer because I was rooting for your team as well. But today we're going to root for you because Brian's going to explain these rules and see if we can't win you some prizes. Brian?
That's right, Casey Van Dazzler in the chat room. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic, and they're going to go back and forth giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win goes to the other player. Casey, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a bag of coffee from Kahawa Coffee. Oh, Kahawa Coffee Roasters, good stuff. And a copy of Human Fall Flat.
Oh!
I guess it's Matthew McConaughey game.
Matt
Thanks to
McConaughey
Mike
Simulator.
from Chicago.
Yeah, that's a cool game. It's goofy and really streamable and lots of physics and mayhem.
Cool.
It's real good. Yeah.
So is it really like a flat human that has to like get into places and stuff? Is that
No,
the deal?
you're like you're a guy.
You're a blob. You're
kind-
just like
well,
a blob,
you're a-
and it's a kind of a physics game.
Yeah.
And you have to do a lot of platforming, and you fall a lot.
Yeah. And
If
you're
you fall, interesting thing about the fall, if you fall, you'll actually fall to a different randomly generated stage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. You never die.
really?
You fall to another place you got to solve. And you're not a blob. You're a person, but you
And my name is Anakin.
but your control your control of yourself is bad, and that's the fun of it.
Yeah, you control the horizontal, but not the vertical.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a very fun game. I like it.
Cool.
It's a good winnings.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Stoic Squirrel. We need to storm the Buccaneers headquarters because they stole the game. Yes, very good.
Oh, nice.
I heard that the Buccaneers actually had secret Buccaneers planted among the Kansas City Chiefs players too.
And look, it's okay to both. We talked about this in Film Sack off air. It's okay to both know that Tom Brady's the greatest player the game's ever known, and also think he's a giant dick.
to
Okay.
hate his stupid face.
Right. You can have two of those things in your head at once. It's fine.
That was a great discussion.
Congratulations, Tom Brady, and your stupid face on being MVP of Super Bowl 55. All right. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. We've got a topic that you need. This one comes to us courtesy of Andrew Bailey. This is good, and I had to look it up because I could have sworn we'd done this one before, but it was not on TMS Babble Royale. So tmsbabbleroyale.com if you ever want to look at things that we've done in the past.
I didn't. What is that again?
TMS Babble Royale.
Send it to me later. Okay.
Okay, I'll send it to you later. Yeah. Yes, it also has the current rankings on how you and Scott are doing.
Oh no, I don't like this. Go ahead.
These are according to Kiplinger.com, the 19 most popular breakfast cereals ranked by total sales sold from 2017 to 2018. We don't have anything newer than this. As of the year ending in 2018, the 19 most popular breakfast cereals ranked by total sales.
Okay. So that's interesting because I would have thought, oh man.
Not going to lie. If you had went like 70, 80 cereal when I was consuming most of my cereals, I would be like, I got
You'd be
this.
a lot better at this, yeah.
Right, but what year was the start year? The
2017 to 2018.
2017, okay.
All right. I feel pretty good about this. I think I can do this.
I'll bet some of the ones that you remember from your childhood
I'm sure.
are probably still around.
Yeah.
All right, so KC, knowing that that's the topic, who do you want to go first and who do you think is going to win?
Let's go Scott to win, Brian to go first.
I like it.
Oh,
I like
okay.
it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm down with.
You go first, Brian.
I know, so shut up. I'm going to go with the classic. Everybody has to. It's not because kids are clamoring or anyone is clamoring for these, but I think it's just that it's a compromised cereal. Everybody goes, well, I guess I could eat Frosted Flakes. I don't think anybody's going, you got to get me the Frosted Flakes. It's just like a compromised cereal.
How about Frosted Flakes? It's
right.
When you get that little bunch of boxes, the little miniature ones, the single serving ones.
Exactly.
Frosted Flakes is never the first one you go for.
No, but we used to
it's
take
popular
those on
sales
camping
because
trips.
it's a
Those are
compromised
great.
cereal, and I think that's where it's going to be at.
With 412 million per year, which is a growth of 4% year over year, Frosted Flakes, the number 3 most popular cereal in 2017.
Okay, number 3, you say.
I would have thought it would have been number 1.
Sort of.
Sort of. You're okay.
Boy, you really do want to go back to your childhood, but some of those I'm not so sure today.
Yeah. I mean, like King Vitamin. I know that's not going to be in the list. So I'm going to say it. No one's eating that.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, remember King Vitamin? Remember that?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, King Vitamin was the worst.
Yeah.
It sounds horrible.
It was bad.
But they were selling a lot of it.
Wow.
Let's go with
that was King Vitaman.
Oh yeah, sorry.
My
King
kids.
Vitaman.
We had to find a compromise with my kids. So for us, it was Honey Nut Cheerios was the compromise.
Oh, there you go.
It's a honey of an O.
Yeah.
It's also your number 2 most popular cereal with 421.7 million in sales. So that was how you could get away with. All right, it's got a little bit of sweetness, kids, but it's not.
Wow.
Like an overly sugary cereal.
Right.
Now I can't imagine what the number 1 would be. That's because I would have thought those would have been the number 1s. Now, here's a question.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. If you're gonna ask if there are different varieties,
variations. Of,
yeah. Nope. Nope.
No. Okay, so Honey Nut Cheerios covers
Honey Nut Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios alone. Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
it's the Brian.
Okay.
I know what you're asking.
Making sure.
No,
So it doesn't cover the whole Cheerios family.
Yeah,
Does not. So those multigrains.
But I'm going with why would anybody get them? I'm going with Cheerios. The root.
Number 1 on the board.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is the best-selling cereal.
Why would
and
you?
the reason is because people buy it for their babies, because it's also like motor skills. You can, like, if you're going out to a restaurant, you can just grab a handful of Cheerios, put it on the tray in front of your toddler, and they'll like
let's watch them operate.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So that takes care of our top three.
435 million sales on your regular Cheerios.
Is that dollars?
Introduced in 1941.
No, it's in Frosted Flakes.
It's
Of
each
course
individual
it's dollars.
Cheerio. Each individual Cheerio is sold 435.
Wow. No, I just thought maybe it was boxes versus total dollar sales.
Originally, they were called Cheeriots. And then in 1945, 4 years after they introduced them, they said, "Yeah, this is a dumb name. Let's go to just Cheerios."
Cheeriots. That's
Cheeriots.
stupid.
Cheerio.
Okay.
Not as dumb as King Vita, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's just do regular old. Not Frosted Flakes, but the cornflakes. Cornflakes.
Without the frost on it.
Yep.
Nobody's eating that mess.
The flakes.
Number 19.
Oh my God!
And we're doing top 20, right?
Top 19.
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Yes.
Holy Moses!
110 million sales. So 1/4 of the sales of Cheerios, cornflakes. Although it's the oldest cereal on the list. 1894 is when W.K. Kellogg.
It was probably the only cereal in the game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's ancient and not good. There's a reason.
Now I'm worried because
actually, I like cornflakes because it's not sugary and you can add a little bit of
you can make your own sugar.
You have to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like to pour a little honey on top of it.
Oh,
it's good. I like it. Wow. So that being number 19 worries me because the thing I was going to say, I was going to go with a utilitarian cereal that's used
utilitarian cereal.
Yeah, it's not necessarily always eaten as a cereal, but it's practically a staple, and it's Rice Krispies. You practically have to have it for cooking.
Yeah.
Rice Krispies. Well, you need to have it for cooking Rice Krispie treats. That's
right.
That's definitely a thing. Rice Krispies, number 13 on the list.
Ooh, that scared me.
136 million in sales for the year. First released in 1928 and called the Talking Cereal.
The Talking Cereal.
That was
so
originally
stupid.
marketed as the Talking Cereal.
Weird.
All right, we probably still have Fruit Loops on there somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's
We probably do. Right? Fruit Loops, number 7 on the list, $269 million in sales. Came out, it's as old as we are, Scott. Came out in 1969.
Whoa.
Were you born in 1969 also, Brian Dunaway?
No, I was not. I was born in 1972.
He's my wife's age.
Baby.
Yeah. He's
This little baby.
He's a little baby. You're my wife's age. It's like we're married. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
Ew.
We can do it.
There's two cereals that I'm thinking about that sit in it high in my mind, but I'm not sure about it. But I'm gonna go with the not really sister brand of what Scott said, but kind of is the Apple Jacks.
Yeah, A is for Apple, J is for Jacks.
No one's buying
And it
those
always
anymore.
comes in the school when the school sends home free breakfast crap that they've overbought is always in there. And for some reason, I think just from that standpoint, there's been a lot of Apple Jacks sold. Just a whole bunch of them.
I bet.
Introduced in 1965, Applejack sells 110 million every year, or that year anyway, and making it the number 18.
Holy shnikes.
I'm surprised it's on there. I truly am surprised. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. I see them all the time. But once again, maybe nobody's eating them. Is anybody actually eating Apple Jacks? Maybe not.
I eat Apple Jacks before I eat the Frosted Flakes. If those
Right.
are my only two choices.
Yeah.
Apple Jacks always leave that weird film on the top of your roof of your
Yeah.
mouth. You get
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah, they all do. All right, let's go. Let's throw one out for the old people. My parents bought this for themselves.
Old people.
Or actually, maybe I should do the frosted. Oh shit! Let's do frosted mini wheats.
Oh.
Two Frosted Mini Wheats. $249 million in sales, making it number 8 on the list. We actually have
Really?
a box of these upstairs ourselves. Yeah.
And we haven't eaten them in 2 years. They're
No,
just
we eat
sitting
these.
there.
These are good. The problem with these is that even though they're mini, you still only get like 9 of them in a bowl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you cannot let those sit.
No.
Otherwise,
Do you
they
put them
become.
in? Do you put those in milk? I never put those in milk. I just grab a handful
Well, they're
and just
supposed
go.
to be
Okay,
in milk.
No, we
here
put
we
them in
go.
milk.
Yeah, you got to put them in milk.
It's also the worst. Feels like the worst waste cereal because
Yeah.
at the bottom of the box there's
my favorite
always
part.
like half a
That's my-
cup of just wheat.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Sugary
That's my
wheat.
favorite
It's
part,
like
man.
it's like a rat's nesting material or something. Just a pile.
I
of
do
Yeah,
pour the
yeah.
very bottom into milk. Like there's
Ew.
like this whole
Ew.
just
Do
mush.
you really?
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
love the mush part. That's my favorite part.
So
much
it's like cold
sugar.
oatmeal. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That sounds really
Yeah.
good.
That's horrible. Holy Moses.
I don't even know if it's in the top list, but I'm gonna go with it because I can't stop singing it. For some reason, maybe everybody else has it in their head too, but cinnamon toast crunch. I can't. It's just in my head. I can't stop.
Well, you can get it out of your head and onto this piece of paper
Oh.
because it is the 5th most popular
Oh, God,
cereal.
really?
Yep, 344 million in sales.
So that stupid earwig of a
yeah.
earworm of a thing works, huh?
I think
I
what
don't
works
see
is
the
it's just
year in my list
addicting.
here that it was introduced, but it was in. I want to say it was the 80s. I mean, it was when it was prime
Oh, yeah.
cereal buying time for our family.
Yeah, we bought that stuff.
Yeah,
That was for the
Um,
big crackdown.
right on. Oh my God, that stuff will just rot your teeth.
It's healthy. It's fortified with vitamins.
Part of this nutritious breakfast was like a whole table full of shit.
How about if you just
Um,
drink the milk? That's where all the nutrition's coming from. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
another weird thing that made me cynical about advertising. They would tell me that Captain Crunch, which I'm going to say next, by the way, is
Oh,
part
that's
of
a
a
good one.
nutritious breakfast, and then they'd show like a giant breakfast with toast and bacon and eggs and orange juice and everything else. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. Good
really?
Lord.
That's this is part of that you're saying, or
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah.
it annoyed me.
My
Anyway,
God, you would die.
Captain
I'm gonna-
Crunch.
I'm gonna need you to be more specific.
No, just the basic Captain Crunch, not the no variations here.
Okay,
Just
all
a
right,
good
okay,
old fashioned. Hey, there's the captain.
So not all berries.
right.
So not the variations.
Oh no. Be careful. Be careful.
You think original sells better than any of their other variations? Before you 100% lock that in, I'm asking you.
Maybe the Crunchberry one is pretty popular.
You know, I think of the Crunchberry one.
Oh no,
is the
peanut butter,
default
peanut
one.
butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter Captain Crunch.
That's a weird one to go with, but all right, I'll allow it.
Is that not it?
I really want to keep this thing going,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but no peanut butter crunch and no regular Captain Crunch. But yes, Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries is number 17.
That's what I was saying. That's what I consider to be the original, the Crunchberry ones. I didn't know that the plain one was the original. I thought they had split it up later.
How is
Yeah,
that
no, it's,
possible? Crunchberry was a sequel. It wasn't the original at
It
all.
was, but sometimes the sequel is better than the original.
How about the
50
Reese's? What
celebrated
about the
50th
Reese's
birthday.
Puffs?
No, Reese's Puffs are deadly and horrible. You should never eat
Reese's Puffs number 15. in the list.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
how is that in the top?
Yep.
Nobody buys those.
Yeah. So, yep. Sorry. I really wanted to give it to you, but you were so adamant about not any of the variations, and
All right, well, let me ask you
otherwise,
this.
I really would have said, "Could you be more specific?"
Yeah. Is Honey Bunch of Oats on there?
It is Honey Bunches of Oats is number
Yeah.
4.
I would
haven't
assume
looked at that.
Special K and Mikey Life Crap cereal and Chex cereal would be kind of in there too.
Special K number 12, Life number 9. No checks at all in this
Really?
list. Yeah. Your other ones are Raisin Bran Crunch.
2 scoops.
Raisin Bran!
Nobody buys 2 scoops.
Now, Raisin Bran Crunch is 16. Regular old Raisin Bran is number 11. Special K Red Berries is number 14. Special K No Red Berries is number 12. Fruity Pebbles, which is really just
Pebbles.
which is really just cereal that's made up of what's left over when you
Was-
3-hole punch a bunch of colored paper.
Yeah, it's just
How are
dye.
those things even still legal?
It's
How
just
can you even
dyed
buy
packing
those?
material. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
They're delicious.
And I think that rounds out Honey Bunches of Oats, Lucky Charms,
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Damn it. Oh, Lucky
Yeah.
Charms is
Trick?
on there?
No
way.
tricks. Rabbits.
No tricks. Nope.
Yeah,
No
that's not good
tricks?
stuff. I've had it. It's not good stuff. It's not favorites.
I
No
mean,
Cookie
Tricks,
Crisp?
but Tricks was such a big deal. Oh, and no Corn Pops. I thought maybe that'd be on there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
no
a good
Corn
one.
Pops either. You think, or Honeycomb? Both of those seem like they were big Probably
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
for us in the 80s. God, I really just walked right into that one,
You
didn't I?
did.
Honeycomb was big. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not small. No. I've got it. I've been working all night, and I've got the jingle for Honeycomb.
Oh man.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah. It's not small.
Guy wakes up. He's got honeycomb stuck to his face. He's like, I got it.
Finally has the link
A little
thing.
bit of Coke under his nose.
Right. No, I'm sorry. That's later on when they use that weird little gremlin-looking thing they had. The critters.
Yeah.
Critters thing.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that guy?
the critter thing. I forgot about
Oh God.
that. That was weird, right? What a weird choice.
Right. Let's head out to the honeycomb hideout with the weird gremlin-looking thing.
Yeah, that's a bad
Ooh.
idea. Don't do it. Well, this means that I've done terribly today, and I have.
I thought you did pretty
I've
good,
made
except
it,
for the.
Well, I've made it so
Except
Casey
for the wrong
can't
answer.
win because I'd like Casey to win.
Except for being adamant about giving me the wrong answer.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was sure peanut butter was the popular one. I don't know why.
Oh no, it is the best flavor, but it's not the popular one. Oh yeah, no Wheaties either. That's another one that's surprising.
Oh, no Wheaties.
Well, that's the breakfast of champions. How many champions do we have anymore?
Yeah, there's
we don't
only
have
like
any.
Yeah.
people eating cereal are not going to be.
No.
Grape
You know-
nuts not on the list, which is fine
Right.
because that stuff should not be consumed
Those,
by humans.
yeah, those are rocks. Those are just
it's
rocks.
like that is like the sand you get in bad clam chowder.
I think it's used aquarium gravel. That's what I think it is. Anyway, hey Casey, are you all right? I mean, I know you've lost twice in 24 hours. How's that feel? You all right?
How's it?
Well, I mean, this is the way. So
This is the way. Well, best of luck because you've got a hell of a quarterback, and you'll probably win next year. I'm not too worried about you, but we look forward to trying to play with you again. Brian Dunaway. We just did Film
Scott
Sack.
Johnson.
It was great. We did an episode that
12 monkeys.
yes, covered all 12 monkeys.
We did the 501, the
501st.
501st. That's it.
Yeah, 501st. We're now part of the 501st, which means we have to
Know your doses. Know
cosplay.
your doses. What they give you, Haldol?
We learn how to flip each other off a lot. It's great. So go check it out. That's filmsack.com if you would like to get that show. And of course, tomorrow we'll be doing the Boop Show together, talking video games. It'll be great. Brian Dunaway, anything else you want to say before you go?
Yeah, I'm going to go meet up with my other 2/3 and see if I can walk the dog.
Sweet. To find the guy with the crotch. I'm worried about him. Bye now. All right. Whatever
Dogs have
third,
no problem finding the one with the crotch.
whichever one has the crotch.
Yeah, the dog will find it, guaranteed.
That's the one that would concern me the most. All right. Well, we've done it. It's now time for this.
Good morning, everybody. In the news this morning, good morning.
Hey, it's time for the news brought to you by.
Brought to you by a new episode of Soundography. Me and Hammond listened to the entire library of XTC, one of my favorite bands. Certainly one of my favorites from the late 70s, early 80s. Love those guys and their really, really clever lyrics. Find out what we think and find out what Hammond thinks after only knowing the song Dear God before this week.
Oh, dear God, hope you had a summer and then we go to the thing and that one, right?
Yeah, that's the one, exactly.
Okay. I might only know that song from them.
You probably know Senses Working Overtime, Making Plans for Nigel, Peter Pumpkinhead. You might not know them by title, but you know them if you heard the songs.
Peter Pumpkinhead, I know. That one I do
Yep.
know. Okay.
Yep.
But now I know 2 songs by XTC. And I see what they did there with the XTC. It's like ecstasy.
Ecstasy,
Uh-huh.
right.
Yeah.
In ecstasy.
It's like when I realized Trading Places was about trading places and places of trading.
Or when I learned that the split ends, the way they spelled it, ENZ, meant New Zealand, which is where they were from.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Do they do the haka in their music? The haka?
They don't do the haka.
Oh, they should do that.
Actually, I think they might have a song that has some haka, some Maori.
All New Zealanders should be forced to do the haka.
Should they? Okay.
Suzanne Summers back in the news after all these years. Three's
Oh,
Companies.
good.
Yeah, Three's Companies. Suzanne Summers is back. She calmly confronted a near naked home intruder while streaming.
Did she offer them a thigh master?
Just stick it between his legs and push him out the door.
That's right. Exactly.
Actress, author, and spokesmodel Suzanne Summers gently confronted a naked home intruder man who appeared while she was streaming a makeup tutorial from her Palm Springs, California home.
I'm just trying to catch Jack Tripper in the act.
Chrissy! Was she there when he was there? Was Farley and Mr. Farley or
I don't
Mr.
think
Furley?
they overlapped. I
Farley.
think that Don Knotts came in after the Suzanne Summers
The summer
eviction.
of summers. Yeah. Her eviction.
Her eviction.
Yeah, after what were they called? The Crumps or no, what were the
Ropers?
Ropers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And wasn't there a Ropers spinoff that lasted like 4 seconds? I think
No,
there
a
was.
spinoff of the Ropers?
No, the Ropers as a show.
Oh yeah, the Ropers as a show was a spinoff for at least a season, maybe even 2. I'm
Let's
sorry,
see.
I thought you meant that there was a spinoff of the Ropers.
Oh, hell no.
like Ropers spun off of Three's Company and then something spun off of that.
Oh,
No, the
there it
Ropers
is.
was, if I remember correctly, first season was actually pretty watchable.
5.9 out of 10.
But then there was also Three's a Crowd, so there was another spin-off of Three's Company after
Right.
Jack got married and opened a restaurant.
Jeffrey Tambor was in this thing. Wow.
In the Ropers,
Yeah.
yeah, he was the pompous neighbor.
Oh, and Three's a
Hey
Crowd.
now.
Three's a Crowd is what, him and his parents or something?
No, it's her parents. Her dad was Robert Mandan from Soap.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
it was Jack Tripper and his wife and her parents.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, Jessica Walter was in that? That's great. So the other
Oh wow.
That's hilarious. So George Bluth is over on the
Ropers.
and Jessica Walter, aka what's her name, Bluth.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Mom
crazy that
is
they
on the
were
other
in
one. 2
2 separate spin-offs of Three's
Yeah.
Company. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And Peter Cullen was in that episode, the voice of Optimus Prime. Well, we've done it all now. Anyway,
Pop Senator Klein says, weren't they all derivatives of All in the Family? No, that's there's a whole bunch of other spin-offs of All in the Family.
yeah, you got Jeffersons. You had
Archie Bunker's Place.
right, he had a bar.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
after
stupid.
Edith passed away.
In the Heat of the Night. No, that was a separate thing.
That was a different thing. Was there another? Was it just those 2?
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay,
but this
I know
if
Mary
you-
Tyler Moore had a bunch as well.
Yeah, she spun off a ton.
Lou Grant and Maude came from. That's right, Maude came from All in the Family.
Maude
And
did?
Phyllis came from
No, Maud's not from that. Is it?
Maude's not from that. I thought Maude was from All in the Family, but Rhoda came from.
Rhoda was Mary Tyler Moore. Maud, I thought Maud was something else. Maybe you're right. I thought it was before all that.
Oh, Good Times. T. Glass says Good Times was another spinoff of. It was, yeah. The
Really?
first spinoff of All in the Family was Maude. Dang, that thing had a lot of spinoffs.
Jeez.
Holy cow!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maude, Good Times, The Jeffersons, Checking In, which was a spinoff of The Jeffersons.
I didn't know that was a thing. Wow, they
Archie
really-
Bunker's Place, Gloria. Don't listen to him.
Gloria.
And one final one called 704 Hauser, which was the Bunker's house with a new family. the Cumberbatches. Oh, I wish this is great. So it's the Cumberbatches living in the old Archie Bunker house.
I had no idea. So we can all agree, though, that The Jeffersons was the successful spinoff, right? From all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Maude was successful as well, but of all of those, the Jeffersons was easily the most successful. 11 seasons for the Jeffersons.
And so so those were like our parents' spinoffs. For me and you, it would have been Cheers, and then Frasier.
Yeah.
The Tortellis, which didn't work.
Oh, I forgot about the Tortellis. Yeah, right.
This seemed
Was
like
there
it happened a
another
lot.
spinoff of Cheers?
Well, you never watched the Hazard County show. What's wrong with me?
Oh yeah, no, Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. You never watched Dukes of Hazzard, but
Wasn't
they had
there a Hazard County show with a couple of Duke boys?
they had a spinoff called Enos, which was just about
Right.
that stupid sheriff deputy sheriff
No,
Enos.
that sadly I saw that, and was Sheriff Lobo? Wasn't that a spinoff of?
No, I think
No, that
Lobo's
wasn't related to Dukes.
No, but it sounds like it should be.
Totally was. Was Sheriff Lobo its own thing?
Lobo. I'm looking right now. Is it the Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, Lobo was
BJ and the Bear. That's right. It was a spinoff of BJ and the Bear. Because people are clamoring for more.
Yeah.
Sheriff Lobo.
I mean, I know I am. I can't wait for more. Don't even get me started on 10 Speed and the Man or whatever it was called.
Happy Days the most spin-offs?
That'd be an interesting stat to find. I would guess
got,
probably
Laverne and Shirley, Joni Loves Chachi, Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. What else?
Is that it? Maybe just those three. So I think maybe it is All in the Family is probably the or Mary Tyler Moore.
Charles in Charge was not a spinoff from anything, was it?
No.
Good. That thing spun off out of the universe and smacked us right in the head. Joey and Friends, but that was the only attempt. They tried no other spin-offs from Friends. So, I don't know. That's fascinating to me. Anyway.
I know. I want Marcel, the continuing adventures of Marcel the monkey and his buddy Gunther.
I'd be in. Didn't Fonzie have a show as a teacher? That rings a bell. Crimson Neon. Why does that ring a bell? Hold on. Fonzie spinoff.
No. Really?
He was a teacher. Yeah, it was called Fonzie.
Really? There was and he was a teacher?
Hold on. Where is this? Okay. Oh, I can't find it. Yeah, Fonzie. No. That's just the character. I can't find it. There's here's a list. All right, we're going to find out.
Oh, good. Okay. Cool.
These are list of television spin-offs. Oh, I don't want to know what the series. I want to know. Okay. Broken Arrow.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, All in the Family. All that had Kablam, Keenan and Kel, The Amanda Show, The Nick Cannon Show, Zoe 101, and Just Jordan.
That's a lot.
I don't know if you can call that. The Archie Show. So I mean, all the Riverdale stuff. You can't really count that.
Yeah. American Idol. I don't count that. What the hell's that?
No, I can't really count reality shows.
Archie Show one. You're right. That's huge. Okay. Well,
Love American Style was another one too, right?
Dude, Alf had 3 spinoffs.
Really?
Yeah. Alf the Animated Series from 87 to 89, Alf Tales 88 to 89, and Alf's Hit Talk Show 2004, which I don't remember that.
Huh.
Anyway, all right. Well.
Okay, so Love American Style was the one that spun off Happy Days. So even before,
oh right,
so
I knew this. I knew
if
this.
If you count all the Happy Days spinoffs, Love American Style as all coming from Love American Style.
Yeah, I saw that with Tom and forgot that we dug all into that and I totally spaced it. I'm trying to find.
Oh, Mary Tyler Moore only had Rhoda, Phyllis, and Lou Grant. I thought there were more. I guess not.
Yeah, the Flintstones had more spinoffs.
MASH had After MASH, Walter, and Trapper John MD.
Flintstones had a show called Cave Kids.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, there was another one. There was something else with Pebbles and Bam Bam, but it wasn't called Cave Kids. It was another.
That was called the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, 71 to 72.
There we go.
There's Fred Flintstone and Friends, the new Fred and Barney Show, the Flintstones Comedy Show, as opposed to whatever the hell it was before, the Flintstone Funnies, the Flintstone Kids, Cave Kids, and then Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs this year. So sign up. Get in there. Get in now. Wow, this is a giant
Do you
list.
remember Party of Five having a spinoff called Time of Your Life?
No.
Was that just Horse Whisperer? Was that just Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Is that what that is?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. I love this one that says the Late Night with David Letterman had 3 spinoffs. Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and Late Night with Seth Meyers. Those don't count. Those are just the same show.
I know. Yeah, it's...
All right, well, this is dumb. Back
this
to the point.
The nose.
The whole point was 74-year-old Summers was on Facebook, and some naked guy walked in, and this is what she said. She paused during the recording and told her nearby husband, Alan, that she heard strange noises off camera. He says, it's just a frog. Summers turned to her left, and after hearing more noise and viewed the intruder, who remained off camera during their conversation, the intruder was described as near naked. Summers was calm and spoke gently to the intruder, who said he was terrified of something. I'm not even sure, he says, when there are ghosts following me. Obviously, and dude's a little disturbed.
Yeah.
The intruder identified himself as Aaron Carpenter and asked Summers if she had heard of him. He claimed to have been led to Summers' home by a friend. That prompted the intruder to claim he was not a scary person whatsoever. She told him he seemed like a nice person, but needed to leave. He claimed to have brought the couple a gift, but then quickly declined. Carpenter then said, "God bless you," before leaving the property. And unflustered Summers then continued with her makeup video.
Yeah, I'm like, so they have a video on this article.
Yeah.
You don't see the nearly naked guy. You just see her looking off camera at this guy, but and she's super calm. Like, here's a nearly naked guy, and she's like, "Oh, who are you? Why? This is our house."
I think she's seen some stuff, man, in her life. She's been there, man.
She's exactly. But I also love the fact that Suzanne Summers basically has a has QVC in her spare bedroom.
Yeah.
She's just selling her makeup.
Yeah, that's basically it. Does she actually see the guy? So he's off camera.
You can't see him. He's off camera, but
Why? Oh, look, and she's being very nice to him. Oh, that's
she's
nice.
being very nice. Yeah, it's like
She could have thrown a thigh master at him or something. You know?
right, don't come and knock on our door.
We don't want to.
We're not waiting for you.
It's just
We're gonna
this-
call the cops if you don't leave. Two's company too.
Oh, gotta leave now, Andy. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will spend some good time with our good friends. That'll start with Bill Duran, and after that, Mr. Steven Schleicher. Before that, though, we need a song break, and Brian has brung one.
Yes, this one I am so excited about because last week, or a couple of weeks ago, I tweeted about a brand new single by a band called Otis, Ohtis. And I listened to the track and I said, "Oh my God, this is so good." But it's a little F-bomby. No, correction. It's a lot F-bomby. And so I tweeted it and said, "Well, you won't be hearing this one on the morning stream, but I want you to check out this video, and it's really, really good." It's their new song, Shotzi. They replied back and said, "We've got a radio edit of the song. Would you like it for TMS?" I'm like, "Yes." So it's a lot less F-bomby, and if you want to hear the F-bomby version, just look for Otis Shotzi. Ohtis is the band. Shotzi, SCHATZE. It's an alternative to alternative dice game. It means my wealth, like as you'll hear in this song. Anyway, here is Otis and the song Shotzi from their brand new release. What's it called?
This effing album.
Nope. Curve of Earth is that was their 2019 album. Anyway, it's really, really good. Enjoy this. Here is Otis and the song Shotzi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon.
If you receive an angry message, you've been flamed.
Flamed, Andy!
This is Scott Fletcher, and I approve this podcast. This is The Morning Stream.
Thank goodness somebody approves it. Thank you, Scott Fletcher, for approving it. All right. We're going to dive right in. Get right to the guests.
Get right to it.
Get right to it.
Don't you know?
PunishedProps.com coming up first. Of course, Bill Duran. You know him. You love him. I'm going to find out what he's doing today. Yeah, we do love
both
him.
of those things.
Pretty great. If I can find his dealio, we're good to go. Here it is.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
Bill Duran joining us from his studios somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. Bill, welcome. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. Had a very relaxing weekend.
Oh, that's good. Did you do you partake in the football? Do you care about all that at all, or?
No, instead I was playing the new Hitman game.
Oh, that game's great. Holy crap. Yeah. Hitman 3, baby. I'll tell you what. Here's what you do. You make sure you either already have them. Well, hopefully you already have them, but if not, you get them. You get all 3 of these Hitman games in the trilogy. 3 let you basically play all of them from that client, and it's amazing. There's so much content there, it'll make your head spin. It's so good.
I played all 3 starting a couple weeks ago. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's the goofiest, most fun freaking. I can't wait to see what they do with the Bond game, which I guess they're working on next. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. That's so ready for it too.
Yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, joining us making things today. What's going on in the studio this week?
This week, Brittany and I, we have a new video out over on our YouTube channel. We made something from, not Hitman, but another one of our very favorite games. We made something from the game Outer Wilds. Not Outer Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Outer Wilds.
Yeah, two games came out that year. One was Wilds, one was Worlds. They're both excellent games, but they are nothing like each other.
No, not even a little bit. So Outer Wilds, here's my pitch. I want to get more people playing that game because it was one of my favorite games of all time. It's basically like a mystery puzzle game in space. You got to fly a little spaceship around, which is pretty fun and challenging.
Hello.
I recommend if that sounds interesting to you, go into it completely blind. Don't look anything up and don't ask for help. It's the kind of game that really benefits from discovering everything yourself. If you do have trouble with the game, there's a great Outer Wilds subreddit where you can go ask for a nudge, and people will gently point you in the right direction without spoiling anything, which is really great. Fantastic community around that game.
Yeah. It was a gigantic critical success the year this thing happened. And I think it deserves people to play, or more people to play, because I think a lot of people missed it the first time through.
Yeah,
Very
I think
cool.
so too.
Without giving too much away, it plays around with like time in a way that I don't. You know what, Brian? You'd love it because it's like Lost, the video game, kind of.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've got to suss things out, and there's this repeating. It's also got a Groundhog Day kind of thing going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like the sound of that.
It's really cool. Yeah.
It's like almost like Mist in space.
There you go.
Okay, so Outer Wilds.
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 And
should I bother? I mean, do I bother buying video games until I get a PS5? I guess any game I get, I can play on the PS5, even if it's a PS4.
I don't know if that's true. They're
I
backwards
think this one is
compatible.
PC only.
Weird. Yeah.
I'm sure
I can't even play it on the PS4.
It
I think it might. Yeah.
Might be on consoles. I don't know, but you gotta so PS4 is a little fishy with that stuff. You have to, or PS5, you have to find out which games will move forward and which ones won't.
Okay.
I don't know if that one will.
Yeah, I'm only seeing it on Steam, so but that's fine. I can play Steam games on my computer.
You can play Steam games on your computer. Anyway, sorry, Bill. Well, where are we?
It looks like it's on PS4 as well, so we're good.
Oh, all right. So maybe you're good.
Maybe. Anyway, great game. I recommend everyone plays it. We made a mask from the game. Now, the mask is from an ancient alien civilization called the Nomai that you will discover more about as you blunder around their solar system.
Are they introduced by George Takei?
No, that'd be pretty
doesn't
good.
Come out and say, "Oh, hello, here's the Nomai."
No, that'd be good though.
Insert cricket sounds here.
Yeah. Anyway, they're an alien race. That's why there's 3 eye holes, because they have more than 2 eyes. And it's a very ornate and complicated mask. It's very different than anything that we've made before. It maybe has a little bit of an Egyptian thing going on. So it's sci-fi, but it's ornate and not tech looking, if that makes sense. Anyway, super cool looking mask. We decided to make it. Brittany did the lion's share of the work on this one, and especially all of the pattern making. So she got her hands on the 3D model from the game. Frequently, though, 3D models from video games need an awful lot of work before they can get turned into a physical object. There are a lot of rules of physics that video game modelers don't need to follow in their digital world.
Yeah.
So Britt did all that figuring out. Took the 3D model and essentially flattened it using a program called Pepakura Designer, which we use for flattening 3D models for making them into real-world objects. And then that was modified so that we could make the whole thing out of foam. So not only did Britt make this whole pattern, but it's up on our website for free if anyone else wants to give it a shot.
This is really cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the photos on your side of this.
You really did choose one of the more complex objects in that game, but it's also the most iconic thing in that game.
It is pretty cool. I also could have made the spaceship. There's a tiny version of the spaceship.
Yeah.
There's the radio that you use. There's a bunch of stuff to make. But the mask is so cool. It's hanging up on our wall in our living room right now. I'm looking at it, and it just looks amazing up there.
Well, that's awesome.
So, of course, we made the whole thing out of EVA foam, as we are wont to do. And I did write 3 books about that, so it makes sense. It was cut out of a lot of different layers, flat layers of foam. Not a lot of complex curves here. It's a very geometric form, which lends itself very well to using flat sheets of any material, really, but it worked really well with the foam.
Yeah, the game is true in the game as well. Like the game's art style, I wouldn't call it blocky or anything, but it has this like I don't know, geometric quality to almost all the models, the characters, the world, the environments are all very much that way. It's a really cool look, and I didn't think about how that would actually help from a like let's make the mask standpoint, because you don't usually think about that, but in this case, geometric is your friend, I suppose.
I love geometric shapes. That's so my language.
Yeah.
I can do organic stuff, but it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
So anyway, we glued a lot of little pieces of foam together to make that mask, and then the paint job was very clean. Again, different. We usually weather stuff. Like if you compare this to the nuke launcher I made from Fallout, that thing is all rust. Very different. This thing we had to be deliberate with the way we applied all our paint. So we used our airbrush to paint the sort of base colors. We did a lot of masking, like a ton of masking, to be able to airbrush on like our second layer of color. And then all the little details in the gold, that was all hand painted, just tiny little brushes and a lot of concentration. And Brittany and I went in and painted all the gold on there. It looks wonderful.
I'm looking right now, before you even have color on there, like you've got the base coat of like I think it's a primer. So you can just see the little circle, the little etched in designs on the outer ring pieces. It looks so cool, just even that, before there's any other paint applied to it.
Yeah, that's always a really fun step whenever you're building anything, especially if you have a bunch of different pieces you put together that are like different colors and stuff. Once you hit it with that layer of primer and everything's the same color, it's all sort of unified, that's when you stop for a moment, look at it, and you're like, wow, I sure made a thing. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks so cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this thing. I'm seeing the final bits here, and it's I want that on my wall. Oh,
too bad it's on my wall.
Speaking of which, so over here I have this old one of my favorite things ever, prized possession of mine, a Mass Effect gun, Shepard's pistol from all those years ago, and you made a resin gun for me. And I guess you heard about this remastered trilogy thing coming. Does that excite you? Do you want to make stuff again? Yeah.
They're selling a helmet too. I think it's $150. It looks pretty good. The N7 rebreather. Yeah. So that's just the thing you can buy now, which is great. Or pre-order, I think. I'm not sure if it's quite out.
I'm pretty excited because they're making one play more like two.
Yep.
And
good choice.
Look better. And then 3 pretty much played like 2. But just having them kind of unify those 3 games, I think I'm ready to get back into Mass Effect, even though it's old.
I just played Skyrim again, so I'm ready to play Mass Effect again.
Oh man, I don't even want to know what your slash plate is in Skyrim. I'm sure it's a mess, right?
Well, between the two, I checked yesterday. Between the 2 versions I have on my Steam library, because I have the normal one and the special edition, it's like 250 hours, but I played most of that on the PS3 actually, and I have no idea how much time I spent on that.
Oh yeah.
So it's 250 plus that.
Probably another 300.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a lot of time in that game. Rookie number says Tally in the chat. Like,
yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Well, all right. This thing looks awesome. The video's up in full, so you can go watch the entire process and check it out at punchprops.com and of course the YouTube channel. Bonus time. Bill always brings a little bonus something for us. What is it this week?
Yes. This is a video from No Clip. Danny O'Dwyer runs a channel called No Clip that is video game documentaries. And this particular one is about the simulations of Hitman levels and how he interviewed the folks at IOI about Hitman and put together a whole documentary about different parts of the game. Yeah. And since I've been playing a lot of Hitman now, we've been watching a lot of Hitman videos too.
Yeah, and No Clip is great. If you're not subbed to No Clip, you need to be. It's very, very cool. They do amazing work, and I keep hearing I need to watch this one they did for Hades.
Yes.
supposed to be
I just
incredible.
saw. We watched the last one, but they have a whole series. They followed while they were developing Hades through most of the process.
Yeah.
I believe when they started developing that game, they brought him in to document it. So they have a whole bunch of things following that whole development.
Yeah. Well, and also just another shout out to IO Interactive and their fantastic series of Hitman games. They're so good.
Yeah.
They're so
I watched
good.
the clip on screen. And I'm like, I shouldn't work today. I should just play more Hitman.
I know what I might do later if I ever get home today. Anyway, well done, Bill. This is fantastic as always. More content over there at punishprops.com. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Thanks, Bill.
Doesn't matter how excited I exit him. He's still take it easy.
Bye.
Cracks me up. All right.
He's great.
Yeah. I want everything he makes.
He's so incredibly talented.
He used to send a lot more of that stuff out to his pals, but these days, it's a little harder to squeeze it out of him.
He's got a little more wall space in the studio that he's got to cover.
Yeah. Which is understandable.
Steven.
Welcome to the show, Steven Schleicher, all the way from MajorSpoilers.com in Hayes, Kansas. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
I know there's a big question hanging in the air. May as well come clean. I watched it all. I watched all of it. No, I'm caught up. Oh no, I mean I got all the WandaVision business. It's all in me.
That's that old thing.
That's so January,
man, I see. Yeah.
What moved on to new things.
Yeah.
What did Bruce Willis say in the Die Hard movie? Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, welcome to the party, pal. Exactly. With a big broken window and the guy down there with the donuts. So anyway, we Kim and I sat down and binged 1 through 5 episodes 1 through 5 on Friday, so the day 5 came out. I guess at night, and we loved it. I love it. It's great. Mm-hmm. It's just so it's just weird enough and just MCU-y enough, and especially episode 5 is definitely opening some windows, and you're like, oh, okay, I see where we're going now. I really like it, like a whole lot, and I would recommend people who maybe were like, if you're confused or you're not sure what you're getting into, just let it wash over you. Just get in there and go. Mm-hmm. And for fellow Fargo fans, season 3 had an actor in it that's in the Bewitched dinner scene. The guy who chokes. That guy.
Yeah.
He's on Fargo. He's very good. There are moments in that thing that are really cool, and there are other moments where you realize that, oh my gosh, Paul Bettany, if he lived in the 60s and 50s, could have been on a sitcom and done just fine.
Easily, yeah.
Oh, sure.
That's weird to me. And her also. They both do. But there's something I didn't expect about Paul Bettany in this, and he's blowing my mind across the board. I think he's fantastic. I think she's fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
The brilliance of the opening music each time, the opening show introductions each time is fantastic. So well done.
Yeah, that stuff's great.
Yeah, and this last week, Brian and I were talking via the twits over the weekend, and man, I just so much Family Ties energy just pouring off.
Growing Pains.
The most recent episode was just so great. And then, as we've talked, a little bit of spoiler warning for those of you who haven't seen it. If you're going to try to bring a Fox property into the MCU proper, I mean, this is kind of a way to do it.
Yeah, this is one way to do it.
Yep.
That blew my mind because Kim couldn't figure out why I was freaking out. And I told her, and
same
I said,
with Tina. I had to. I paused.
Yeah, I did too. I had to re-explain it.
And said, okay, so let me explain why this is so great and why I'm laughing joyfully here at this.
And I said, do you know who that is, right? She goes, well, I remember him from one of the American Horror Story shows.
Yes, that's a Tina. That's a Tina as well.
And I said, well, that he is. You're right. But do you remember him from a movie? And do you remember what that movie was? And we just went through these like step by steps. And I said, now you got to understand, in Age of Ultron, that wasn't him. In fact, back then, companies didn't know each other. And those were two separate dudes. Why? Because they had the rights to call him a mutant over here and not over here. And it's a weird thing. And I don't even know what the ramifications of this is. Like, what does this even mean?
I'm hoping that it's as much as we're expecting, that this is their way of doing some multiverse stuff that Doctor Strange then has to clean up.
Yeah. And they did kind of mention it. Again, a little bit of spoiler, where she can't just create matter from nothing, right? Monica Rambeau's costume, her bulletproof uniform, had been turned into that 70s costume.
Yeah.
And so, maybe she has to punch a hole in another universe to pull things through.
Yeah.
Maybe all those rumors about Chris Evans coming back, and everyone's like, "Oh, Captain America's coming back." Oh no, maybe he's coming back as the Human Torch.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Wow, wouldn't that be a freaking
That'd be nuts. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. But yeah, I loved it, and I love where it's going, and they know how to do this stuff so well. And the other thing is, once again, I'm just sort of standing back and going, imagine a world. Come to me in like the mid-90s and tell me this, and I'd say, you're a liar, and I'd slap you. But if you came to me and said,
you're a damn dirty liar,
they'd say, guess what? One day you're going to give a crap about Scarlet Witch and the Vision. Like, those were the most B tier, not for people, I understand they have their fans, okay? But as comic book readers, and as me anyway, as a kid, I wasn't seeking out the Vision. I wasn't seeking out Scarlet Witch. They were side players. They had no real connection to anything for me. And once again, the MCU has figured out a way to take a B tier character or set of characters. And they were already cool in the movies, but just to continue on like this is so rad. And the lady that plays their neighbor, I love her. I forget her name.
Hahn? Yeah.
Yes, she's great in everything.
She is great.
Who is she in the comics, Brian? She's some
we're
witchy
thinking
person?
that she's Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
Is what we're thinking. Yes.
Oh, is that the deal? Okay.
Yes, her name is Agnes in this TV show, but in the comics, Agatha Harkness. And this is all speculation and theory. There's nothing out there. So it's not a spoiler to say that, because it's, like I said, it's all speculation. But they're expecting that she's Agatha Harkness, who's like a witch on the higher level of the Scarlet Witch, and able to do a lot more stuff.
Well, in this show, she's so like a bit of a goofball because of the settings and everything. So you can see her comedic side and her kind of goofy face side and everything. But she blew my mind, and I know this much is true, as Dessa, his ex-wife. She was amazing in that.
She's great.
Like gut-wrenchingly good in that. And that's another crossover because he's the Hulk. Ooh! Anyway.
Right.
I loved
Were
it.
you guys, so I know you didn't watch the first half of the Super Bowl, Scott. And I don't know if it played in the second half, because that's where I exited, was after the halftime show. Were you guys a little freaked out by the Elon Musk Inspiration 4 commercial?
I didn't see it. What happened in it?
I don't think I saw that either.
So Inspiration 4 apparently is they want to get 4 regular people, not space people, to go up into space on this first mission. One of them's already been spoken for because he's a big investor in the thing, and then they're looking for someone to represent hope and all these other things. But if you look at the logo that they are using for Inspiration 4, holy crap, it's straight up the Fantastic Four symbol. And my response is, if you're going up in that thing, you're coming back as a rock monster.
No kidding.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, where is this? I can't find the logo. I found the Tesla logo.
I'll give you a logo. I'll put one in our thing here.
Does Elon Musk make all his money from the cars now? Is that where all of it's coming from?
And Bitcoin and Dogecoin, if you follow that.
So is that how he got to be richest man in the world all of a sudden, like in a weekend? Is just because he has a bunch of digital coin? What I'm saying is,
I mean, he's a big supporter of cryptocurrency. So.
But with this, with this GameStop thing and everything else kind of culminating a little bit, you're starting to remind yourself, or having the veneer pull away, where you're like, it's a lot of ones and zeros, and a lot of people don't actually have any of the money that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really money. I mean, is it? I mean, it is. But
what is money, right? I mean, there was a whole guy, I don't know if he still does it or not, but there was an artist who would paint things, and then he would go and use them as barter, and people would, have to talk him into it, but eventually they'd say, yeah, we will use this as $5, or he'll actually paint money and say, I know this is counterfeit, but it's a work of art. Would you accept this as the currency that it's printed on? So what is money?
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, we live in a ones and zeros. I mean, when was the last time you actually physically got a paycheck in the mail and went to the bank and deposited it?
I very rarely do that. Although it's funny, for Brian, when I do check stuff every month, I literally do a physical deposit.
I do that too. But for the most of us, if we're working for bigger companies, we get that direct deposit
but even
thing.
Then,
it's not even an option. It's a requirement.
Yeah, but even then, it's still just ones and zeros.
It's just ones and zeros.
Like at some point or another, every once in a while in my life, I'll just realize, it'll just dawn on me, oh, this is just a thing we've all agreed on. This isn't real. This is
it's not based on the U.S. monetary system is not based on the gold standard anymore. So when Mnuchin a couple of years ago was just like, oh, we're not worried, we can just print more money. He's literally being correct. We can just print more money and not have to worry about runaway inflation.
It's so weird, dude. It's weird. We live in weird times, is what I'm saying. We're weird. Elon Musk, you're sitting on a pile of smoke. All right,
and
anyway.
He's going to send some people up into space.
So let me see this logo. I haven't found it yet.
Looking for a scientist, his wife, her brother, who's also a pilot, and best friend.
Yeah, it'll all be fine, I'm sure.
And then depending on how you like your origin stories, a really vain guy who's getting his face all beat up.
Yeah.
Why can't I find this logo? I can't find it anywhere.
I just put it in our Discord.
Oh, did you? Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Geez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to be the rock monster.
Inspiratoforeign.
Yeah, it's like the last Fantastic Four movie where they just put the four right in the middle of the name. It's like he's not even hiding it anymore. Elon Musk is Dr. Doom. He's got some Musk bots running around.
Yep.
Right.
What are these things? Those are two little space people. I thought they were two little tentacle head eyeballs on each side. Too.
Oh, that'd be great. Like a little four-eyed frog monster at the very bottom would be great.
I didn't see that as people right away.
And why is the St. Jude's Hospital logo above the
because
USB?
So what they're doing is for that fourth slot, they're trying to raise money. So you can go and you can donate $10 to the St. Jude Charity Network or whatever it is through this Inspiration 4 campaign. And they're just going to randomly pick from somebody who donated to this, not necessarily the person who donates the most.
Yeah.
And then, so that's why St. Jude's is involved in it.
All right. Well, good luck to them. Nothing ever bad happened when we sent those people up to space. It's fine. It'll all be good. Hey, Steven, we got to talk about some other stuff here.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Well, okay. So I've been reading. We all want to talk about DC Comics and the Future State thing, but before we do, I've been reading Rebirth, Batman Rebirth.
Yeah.
And I guess it's over, right? That was a run.
So the Batman titles and the Superman titles, because their numberings are so high, and because during this time they were getting so close to the 1,000 issues, they kind of just kept the continuity from Batman and Superman just kind of going.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily a reboot, although there have been some reworkings of certain bits here and there. But there really hasn't been a lot that changed from Batman's origin story in Rebirth.
Okay. So Rebirth, I really like.
It's
I've
pretty
been
good.
enjoying it. It's a good read. The question I had for you is Gotham and Gotham Girl. Are these new constructs or is these?
Yeah, they are. Well, keep reading because it kind of gets explained who one of them is, and it kind of becomes a little bit tragic. But I don't want to explain too much.
Okay.
Keep reading it because there's this whole thing about what are you willing to do to become a superhero?
Okay, because that's the storyline around it is very good. And it's super a lot more thoughtful than I thought for what it seemed. I don't know. I thought somebody told me the Rebirth stuff was not the best or whatever, but I've been enjoying this run.
It's
really
okay,
good.
and it depends on who you talk to. Older comic fans are not super happy with DC's constant reboots because Rebirth only went for 2 years. This is the whole thing where they're like, oh, the Watchmen are kind of Dr. Manhattan is messing around with the DC universe. This is coming out of Flashpoint. There's all this stuff going on, and so a lot of older fans were not big on it. But you like what you like.
Yeah.
And if you're liking the Rebirth Batman, then dive right in.
And the art is very good. I forgot his name, but I really like his art.
Let me give you a heads up for some things to be watching for after Rebirth, because again, Rebirth only went on for 2 years.
Yes, sir.
2 Green Lantern titles that I think you will really enjoy. The first one is Far Sector. This is one where we get a Green Lantern who is from Earth. She is a black woman, and she is sent to the farthest reaches of space to become the Green Lantern of that sector, one of the farthest sectors.
Okay.
And that one is very, very good.
Okay.
Then the other one, if you're into Grant Morrison shenanigans,
I am.
Then definitely check out Green Lantern Season 1, which goes for 12 issues. And then currently running, I think it's about to wrap up, is Green Lantern Season 2.
Okay.
Both featuring Hal Jordan, but both under the watchful gaze of Grant Morrison. And so you're going to get some trippy stuff in that.
That's awesome.
And certainly both of those should be available under the new DC Universe Infinite subscription service that you're doing.
Yeah, I've been. That's the other thing I wanted to say is I feel like that thing for $7 or whatever it is. Great.
Yeah, if you're into, again, 6-month-old comics, that is a really good service.
And I thought they bumped it to 3, or is that Marvel?
Oh, I don't remember what it is, but
some of them. Maybe they're both doing it now. But anyway,
yeah, 3 to 6
way.
months. But same way with Marvel Unlimited, same way with Comixology Unlimited, all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you're okay with not having the most current stuff, then these are very good deals. In fact, I would say they are excellent deals for casual comic readers.
Yeah, I would argue this: if you have a little patience, and you can wait the 3 months or 6 or whatever it is, and then you catch up on these series in that way, you're spending $7 a month. If you read as much comics as I am right now, which is every night I'm reading comics, the value for that, it's like that's 2 comics at a store.
If you only read 2 comics a month, you're getting a great deal out of this. Because comics right now are anywhere from $2.99 to $5.99 depending.
Yeah, I'm just loving it right now. I don't know why I can't get enough of it. And DC is really yanking all the right chains for me. So
yeah, if I wasn't somebody that had to talk about like new releases stuff, I would probably totally jump in on this and just buy stuff or read stuff as I saw fit.
Yeah. It reminds me of like I don't know. It's like gamers who are day one when something like I don't know, some hot new title comes out. Yeah, and then there are those who are like, oh, wait for it to go on sale, and it's kind of like that. If you're not so gotta have it day one, then you can read these later and have a great time. Plus, there's just tons of stuff. So many old and classic stories. And if you never read The Dark Knight, go freaking read that because it's on there. And then read Year One from Frank Miller. And then, if you want to get all the old JLA stuff, the Michael Turner days and all that, go do that. Oh, that's the one thing I was going to tell you. It bummed me out. I was reading that Rebirth thing. And on the back end of it, they were doing a special issue that had like sketches and art and stuff. And at the very end, it said, here's a bunch of alternate covers by different artists. And they were naming off these different artists. And one of them was Michael Turner, who passed away in 2008 of a weird bone cancer thing. And he was one of the the coolest up and coming rad artists. He had done, what's her name?
Yeah, he did Witchblade, and he's done a bunch of stuff with Aspen Comics, was where he did a lot of stuff at.
Did Fathom, those were his created stuff for Wildstorm, but then he also did a bunch of JLA, and he just was really something, and then just died way too young. So I see this alternate cover, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did Michael Turner not die and I made all this up in my head? I was like having this moment, and I guess what they do is just go find an older thing and say, hey.
He has I don't know if it was he knew his time was coming and whatever, but he was always drawing and sketching and doing stuff. So, yeah, for like 10 years after his death, the company Aspen was saying, oh, look, here's all of this art that he did. Here's all this Justice League art. Here's all this stuff, just poses and different things. DC or somebody, if you want to use this as an alternative cover, pay us and we'll let you do that. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff even today. If you pick up a Fathom or Soulfire, which I don't know if they're current, I don't know what Aspen's current state is since the pandemic. But they were always still saying, oh, here's a variant Michael Turner cover.
Oh, that's cool.
That they just have a whole library of art that has never been seen.
Well, I love his stuff. If you're hearing me talk about this, you want to go check it out. Just find old Michael Turner stuff. You can search him by name in these comic apps and see his stuff. He was really something. Died way too soon. He was like 37 or something. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Cancer can go eat a turd.
For sure.
All right, now let's talk about Future State. What's going on there? Because I thought it was
so
done.
Future State is, it was supposed to be this whole new thing that DC was going to do. Kind of, it was oftentimes referred to as 5G because it was going to kick off around the same time that 5G was going to launch, and also AT&T owns Warner Brothers, which owns DC Comics. So this was going to be this whole 5th generation thing. And then Dan DiDio was let go. And they said, well, we're not going to continue with this anymore because that was his doing. So what Future State has been is about a 3-month compression of what they currently had in stock with Future State. Here's the future of the DC universe. But some of these titles have been super, super popular. And so now DC has announced Infinite Frontier, which essentially is going to create 2 continuities within the DC universe. I'm sure at some point they'll just collapse them and they'll be the same thing. But you can read, there's going to be ongoing stories with, I forget, Yara Flor, I think, is the new Wonder Woman in the Future State. She's going to have her own series. Shiloh Norman gets his own miniseries that's spinning out of Future State. So we get another Miracle Man thing. They've announced a Future State Gotham, which will show the Red Hood, who's now full on working for, in quotes, the state, and is hunting down vigilantes. And they will be announcing a whole bunch more in the coming weeks as we get closer to the March, April, and May solicitations from DC Comics. But in March 2nd, they will kick off with a one-shot called Infinite Frontier number 0, a 64-page comic that will kind of give you a preview of what's to come in their new Infinite Frontier line.
The art is great.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of artists. There's some really cool stuff that's coming out. I really like what we see coming from Joel Jones and Jordi Belair with the new Wonder Woman. Looks very cool. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. There's even some Far Sector stuff in there as well, Scott. So if you see a Green Lantern in there,
well, I see I see a big-headed Guardian in a little robe with a big fat head. Will I see that?
I don't know what the current state is of the Guardians of the universe.
Yeah, those guys are dumb. They drive me nuts with their big heads.
They can be. You know what you should do? Speaking, since I'm talking Green Lanterns, you know what you should do since you have this DC Infinite? You should go back and do the Green Lantern, Green Arrow team ups from the 70s.
Oh yeah.
What is this? The Hard Traveling Heroes storyline.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, this is where if people are like, comics were never political, go read that run, and it is just nothing but. Looking at America through the current eyes, I want to say, of the 70s, and
anyone who says the words "the comics were never political," I can't take them seriously anymore because they're not paying attention. That annoys me when people say that. Very cool. This looks great. I'm very excited about this. Also, there's a new Buck Rogers TV series, but it's in trouble. Why?
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. So George Clooney and Legendary Pictures with Legendary Television and Legendary Entertainment, they had announced a couple of weeks ago that they were going to do a new Buck Rogers television series, and now we're hearing that the estate of the Norman what's his face estate is like, oh no, you're not. We're going to send you a cease and desist. And the weird thing is, it's like, is it really real? Because Buck Rogers in the UK has been in public domain for 20 years, and the son of the creator of Buck Rogers has given his blessing on this entire project and saying, yes, this is fine.
Right.
So we're kind of up in the air of what is the current state of Buck Rogers, and does this estate, the Philip Francis Nolan estate, have any claim to say, no, you can't do this production? So if you heard that it was coming, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, the lawyer,
but don't get too excited if you want to see Twiggy and the rest popping up on TV in the near future.
Just Aaron Gray is all we want. Sylvester Stallone at one point was suing Warner Brothers because they wouldn't pay him royalties on Demolition Man. And I remember this story. Anyway, I'm looking at this news story, and it's the same lawyer who's going after him. So I don't know if he was successful.
Going after George Clooney.
I don't know if he was successful getting his 1993 Demolition Man money or not, but we'll see how that goes. I was actually kind of looking forward to that, but we didn't even know who was casting that. Like, that's not necessarily.
No, this
George
was
Clooney.
like just early stages of Clooney and Legendary saying, yeah, we're going to do this. And then, the estate stepping in and says, oh, no, you're not. There was an interesting Dynamite Entertainment somehow, and I don't know if they worked with the estate or how they did it, but they actually did a Buck Rogers comic book series, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago. That was really, really cool because they were wrapping all of the stuff that was very Buck Rogers related that we know, but doing it in a way that kind of made it a little vague as far as, are they really just dancing around someone's copyright claim, or are they just trying to bring a new take to the Buck Rogers story? And people might want to go check that out if they are fans of Buck Rogers. It's from Dynamite Entertainment.
Yeah. I also have, if they play it like the 70s show, it'll be bad. If they play it like, well, unless they do it so intentionally. Like, I don't know what a new Buck Rogers looks like. I think it might be bad.
I would say go first. I would go pick up that comic book series, and look at that, because that was very much, hey, let's take this person from the early 2000s and throw him forward 500 years into the future and let him try to figure things out. And it's interesting. I think I read the first arc or something of that.
There's some old ones in the 80s as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Will Twiggy live? You'll never know. Steven, anything else going on over at Major Spoilers the fine folks at home should know about?
Oh, well, if you're looking for all of our podcasts, all the podcasts that we do, and it's somewhere around 6 or 7 a week, depending.
Yeah.
With all these name changes that are going on, all you need to do is pop into your Apple iTunes or whatever favorite podcast aggregator and just do a search for Major Spoilers Plus, the little plus symbol, and you'll be able to find all of the Major Spoilers podcasts in one feed.
That's fantastic. It's like our mega feed here at Frog Pants, but for you guys. Yeah. And that's fantastic. Some people love to just get it all, so go do it. If you haven't dipped your toe in yet, also a great sampler to download that RSS and get all the shows you want to get from the Major Spoilers Network. With our own shared Dan Patrice. He's over there as well. Doing stuff.
Yeah. He does a great job. He does these the top 5 episodes where he just runs down like, here are the top 5 games to look out for in 2021. Or here, I think the one that's coming up, I don't know if it's this week or I think it's next week. Top 5 games to play with a deck of cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
Just
then
like
he
a
also
standard deck.
does,
Yeah.
and then twice a month, he does Munchkin Minute, where he talks about some of the big gaming news that people might want to pay attention to.
Very cool. Well, go check that out. Majorspoilers.com. Steven, you stay hydrated.
No, you stay hydrated.
Oh, jeez.
Let's all stay hydrated.
I've turned the tables on him now. Okay, Brian, time for a Monday morning mashup. You want to hear this thing?
I do, and we forgot there was a Brian Dunaway one that we forgot to play when he was on. We'll play it Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll save it for Wednesday. I totally
it just
forgot.
dawned on me when I saw that one on our list. It's like, oh man, we forgot it.
I knew I was going to forget. I even made it all red, and I totally forgot it.
I know.
Anyway, we'll do that. But for now, a Monday morning mashup from our good pal TMS Mashups, Jamie. He made this. It's called Poke His Face. Let's see what's in there.
I poop and I dab. Potty, poop, poop, and Nutella. Would you like to hear the next 5?
And Nutella.
Ryan likes to eat poop, but it does not have to be his own poop. It can be from anyone, so long as it is poop.
Oh, it smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. I'll just light it.
Yes,
All right,
chat
just
room.
imagine what I look like under my hazmat suit. I'm really hot.
I'm so hot. She starts doing this.
Shut up, sir. I'll get to you. Shut up.
I can just call and go, hey, Patrick, what is this? I am sleeping. What is this? That's not his accent. But he'd be all mad. And I'd be like, get out of bed. And, this is really, really early. And I'd say, I don't care. It's free. Get up. Nick's got a mighty convoy. Something do the thing. I don't know the rest. Ding, ding, ding. Woo, woo. Choo, choo. Boom, boom. Bing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like voodoo potato chips. Just for shits and giggles?
Yep. How come giggles always get second billing to shits?
Because it's way more fun than giggles and shits.
Oh,
because then it sounds like one causes the other.
I know people where it would.
Yeah.
They got a thing, where they were.
Oops.
Oh, no. Oh, excuse me for a minute. You got to wear a bum mask.
Do you have any wet wipes? You have wipey for my bunghole, wipe for my butt.
What am I thinking? Oh, he did the other show with Spade later.
Yes.
They're all in bed.
Single men. Men of a certain...
Men of a singleton men. I have no idea.
Hold on, I gotta go whistle at some lady going by. Yo, sweet cheeks, all right, bring me another one of these, Mac. Perfect and unique dinosaur butthole.
Yes, this butthole is not only perfect, but also rather unique, they said. All the time. Like right in her face. That'd be great.
I got mad at Bill once when someone poked his face. Never tried a Hillary impersonation before, and I may never try one again.
Someone poked his face. Well, now we know where the title came from. We learned.
Yes. We don't find out until the end, Scott.
That was a pretty bad Hillary Clinton impression.
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on it. It was a very bad Hillary for someone who's never tried doing a Hillary voice.
Yeah. And I don't think it was his face that got poked, if you know what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't.
All right. That's it for the show, everybody.
We don't know. I mean,
we don't know. We actually
depends
don't
on
know.
What your version of poked is.
Yeah. How depends on. No, that's not him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Hold on. Let me do it, Bill Clinton. Hillary? I can't do it.
I did not have sex with that person.
There you go. You got it better. Nice job. I will lie.
She poked me in the face.
She poked me in the face. Monica Lewinsky poked me in the face. All right. Patreon.com/TMS is where you can contribute to this. So please do, because there's cool things to get. And if you're confused about where everything is, it's not hard. Go to frogpants.com/TMS. All right, that's it. Brian, we need to play a song. Do you have one?
I have one. This one goes out to Miravina. We didn't have time for it last week, so we're doing it this week. She says, I want to request a song for my husband's birthday, which is on February 4th. He turns 40 this year. He's an amazing person, the love of my life, and my best friend. I'd like to request a cover of Peter Cetera's The Glory of Love. Yeah, we're all watching Cobra Kai. We're all watching Karate Kid, especially Karate Kid 2 is when I think this one was on the soundtrack. I want to say.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
I don't think it was the first one.
I don't remember.
I can't remember. Yes, Karate Kid 2 says Dice Tomato. Confirmed. There have been a couple of versions of this. Ninja Sex Party did one recently that sounds a lot like the original. Sorry, Ninja Sex Party, and sorry, Tally Zorel, because I know you're hoping for a Ninja Sex Party version. Nope, this is one I've actually played on the show before, but it does take the song in a different direction, which is a requirement. It's a requirement. Yeah. Let's just put it out there.
Sure.
This is Glory of Love, performed by Newfound Glory from the Screen to Your Stereo EP from 2004, The Glory of Love.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You were the laziest man on Mars.
Jeez. Easy.
Damn.